impactful frags when was required. So adalYamigos across the board looking good. As for Case Trav, who are you looking for more out of coming into Mirage?
Ooh, I think Snow had some really important moments in that game. I'm actually quite happy that he showed well, at least numbers-wise. I think, though, it's going to be a little bit tougher in this map. They need to see some individual performances from the likes of Urbano and Riccioli, I think, for me. Maybe team up to have a little bit more kills as an overall duo. They fired quite a lot as a team in that last game, but I think adalYamigos were too much in the end. And let's see if they're going to be too much on this occasion. It's going to be a B play, and Snow is tapping down from short. Urbano's still in that get-right position as we get started on Mirage. Bomb Plump will come in, but they have not checked for Yeps. And that should be one kill at least. He takes it just as he comes off of the bomb, so it's not an immediate headshot, and it's a little bit awkward for him. Riccioli fighting, though, now in a 1v3 as Farston gets that trade. Kit picked up again. It's actually a carbon copy of the CT Piss on Vertigo.
Yeah.
He once again finds the Smoke and Kit on the floor. Smoke is a little bit deep, though, and ZQKS catches him crossing. Great start for adalYamigos once again.
Well, I can't believe how relatively easy they make that look, considering the fact that there was a huge stack on that B bomb site. And I mean, I think Case even drew first blood there when adalYamigos were executing into B, but they were still able to just find kills, maintain such composure. And then I thought, okay, Yeps, he's the Joker in the hat, right, behind Broken Wall. He's going to be able to pounce and just catch them completely off guard. But unfortunately, the first kill wasn't so clean, and from there, he dies afterwards. So nothing really working out for Case in that pistol round.
Indeed. And it's a full eco now as well. A bit of a window stack and a ladder / short stack. So you mentioned piriajr, right? And you mentioned his Mirage prowess. I actually just had a quick look at it. Throughout the entirety of 2023, or at least during the middle part of it, right? It started, I think, the first game for Oplano when he was on that roster was against Fury Academy. He had 18 green ratings in a row.
There we go. There we go.
35 and
Sometimes
28.
I do know what I'm talking about.
28 and 17, 16 and 7, 16 and 8. Obviously, some of that was on CSGO back then, and then it transferred into CS2 after that. But still, it shows that he has some history on it, on that old Oplano team.
Yeah, certainly no slouch here on Mirage. I mean, this is
going
looking
on?
a bit shaky right now.
What's
Oh,
going
no.
on?
I'm not worried about the round, Trav. I mean, they still have control of A. They've got the bomb there as well. You know, no armor on these players. Sure, an AK recovered. But the damage that's been done alone is seriously positive for Case. 3 kills is fantastic. And Snow's phased through, but he phases into the underworld straight afterwards.
Yeah, I was lost in my world of reading out HLTV stats to you, which is something you mentioned that I wanted to clue up on. But that round almost got out of hand. It was a 4v2 for a second. Thankfully.
Almost out of pocket.
Yes. Almost out of pocket indeed. Just like most of Heroic's tweets. 2-0. Case. Looking
Sneaky,
to start
looking
on
at
the
you.
CT side.
Alright, let's see.
Let me be cheeky sometimes.
Yeah, of course. It's my boy Sneaky, so always gonna rag him. Not sure how much of the tweeting he does, but I just know he's over in that side of the world, so...
He is. On the heroic side of the planet, wherever that may be.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's somewhere in Denmark, I guess. Bit of Israel, bit of Montenegro.
Indeed.
Big exit coming through from the T side in towards the B bomb site right now. Only Riccioli posted up, although he does have some support from Yeps.
Snow in position, gets himself his 1, but 5 HP. Thankfully, I think they've done enough to at least stall the attack, despite the low HP on Snow. Bomb was dropped in the corner of Apps as well for a second before they picked it up, so... Farston, even though he gets 1 back again, I mentioned that he was insane on the last map. He was our MVP, already leading the way for his team, and there's a 5th. He's been the cleanest by far, and that gives them opportunity to smoke off Con and push up into the A bomb site, because it is free right now.
Yeah, bomb plant's going to follow suit, no problem there at all. And now they've got that huge lurk on the opposite side of the map. No kits in play for the CT side, very limited utility as well, just a single flashbang. And adalYamigos have actually done pretty well to get back to some post-plant positions here, Trav. They've got Ramp, they've got Tetris, and only now Delboni's moving, but Snow was waiting DC's able to get that frag and now join up with his teammates on the retake. As they start to clear out that side, ZQK is in the corner, goes undetected, free frag for him. Jeps is able to get the trade, but the time's ticking away. Fasten steps out and that'll finish off the job.
It will. Snow was 5 HP that entire time and never really had a say in that retake. He was kind of just hoping his two teammates could do something about that and he could get an easy trade, but not to be. And Fasten is the hero with the triple. All started off with that first kill in mid. The second kill in con was the round breaker. Opened up the A-bomb site completely. As long as Case get more than 2, like they did last time. Right now, they have to get off the mark, but it's very early days.
Yeah, very early days indeed. I mean, don't have a huge amount going for them here coming into this round. An MP9 and an AK obviously carried through by Snow. And I do like this play. A little bit of initiative, a few headshots to work with. Oh my god, he did so much damage to dalBonia initially. Was able to find a kill, but the T side, they're just answering back with frags in spades right now. Oh, okay.
Hang on. RCF, the classic ninja position. Don't whiff it, LCF. There we go. Make sure he gets a dink in there. Makes it easy for himself. piriajr needs to clutch. Yep, somehow gets that other kill toward that little position piriajr's looking at now. The little ledge on the catwalk. Even though he was one bullet from death, takes another. And smartly, Case are letting him recover the bomb here. I think fighting for the bomb in that position, even though they knew where it was, would have made it a lot easier for piriajr. So they're giving him time, a whole minute to think this one out, and significant health advantage with RCF on no Kevlar as well. But still, I think playing it together like this is better.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just no chances. If you find yourself on the wrong side of the map, you can rotate together, retake in tandem. If he comes towards you, you're stacked up together. RCF post. Oh my god, posted on the angle doesn't matter. And piriajr's got the read. He realizes there's a chance that the second player could be here as well. He's going to commit to the plant though. Yeps rounds the corner, gets the frag for free. And piriajr's heart sinks into his stomach.
That's a shame. That is a shame. piriajr must have been delighted to get that opening kill and thought to himself, oh yes, I've got this now.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, not to be. And that is Case on the board through the way of an eco round nonetheless. And look at what that's done to the money of the T side. It's looking really rough for them now.
Yeah.
Upgraded pistols to plug the gaps in a Galil.
Yeah, Case gambling correctly. Gives them their first round. Those kills in mid certainly were super impactful from Yep. Snow did really well, as you say. I mean, I really love that boost in Underpass. It's one that's utilised every now and then, but I like it at least sort of once a CT half, you know, especially on a buy exactly like that. Can very easily shock an opening T, rounding that top mid corner. He'll get, the way he got deleted was a lovely shot, but I think his 1.5 was enough in the end. It looks like we're going for a bit of an A execute with this 4 spy.
Yeah, fair enough, right? Pocket rocket strategy coming through from the T side right now, pouring the utility in towards the safe bomb side, smokes and flashes, reeling on in. RCF draws first blood, and this player's dancing on the smokes right now, trying to find refuge, and it's working out really well for the CT side. Finally, a couple kills come back, but I don't think it's going to change the complexion of the round all that much.
Fasten's alive, though. And Fasten's yeah. Okay. We don't, let's not talk about that one.
We don't talk about that. That's okay.
I tried to pick him up.
Fasten is watching this from the sidelines as Shiz is alive.
And sadly for Shiz, they know exactly where he is. And he's only got a deagle. So, Case will get that second round. And
yeah, as expected.
They're going to make it 3 as well, because this is a full eco coming through adalYamigos. And there we go. They will be bettering their last score, at least as a core of this roster. Last time around on Mirage. And if something wild happens right here, right now, but I doubt it.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous off the back of this round, imagine. I mean, it just breaks them, right? Losing to the Glocks and then
It would break
Aldo
me as
Amigos
well.
just win every round thereafter. Well, I mean, it would be your prediction ringing true.
Exactly, like it would break me as well because I predicted Fastin still being alive could be a problem, and I just predicted this would be easy, so I would have got 2 things wrong.
Yeah,
very
but
quickly.
you did. Yeah, I mean, you did predict that Aldo Amigos would win the map though, Trav, and win the match, so you would have that one under the belt.
True, true.
All right, well, this is a free pause, a free opportunity to just discuss the situation as adalYamigos and talk about how they want to approach the rest of the half year, what they're going to look to try and do in this next gun round. Trav, one word for Liquid not qualifying for the major.
One word as the run boost comes in. I really want to say 2, but I'll just say 1 because it's. I think the second word would be implied anyway. Format.
Okay. All right, fair enough. That's an interesting one. I like that.
Or seeding.
I mean, listen, no surprise where which horse I was backing in that race, obviously.
Yeah.
JT
I think
and,
exactly. Yeah.
TC.
JT and TC. Exactly. Yeah. I think it's fair to say as well that, you know, people obviously will kind of always consider Liquid a North American team, but it's a world team now, as sort of explained by the flag on HLTV with the globe now, other than the EU flag. Like, Complexity is NA's true team. Recently reacquired by Jason Lake, of course. That is, you know, American dream written all over it, right? So I'm glad they made it for NA. And for South Africa.
Yeah, me too. And yeah, South Africa, Elijah's story is even cooler at this point now as well. He's kind of forced out of Team Liquid and then qualifies with a team that beats Liquid for the final spot. Either way, more on that later because really big gun round going on right now. First Blood's being drawn, more kills to come through, including a TK. That didn't go according to plan.
Yeah, trying to take ramp, but happens to the best of us. That little lineup, but obviously it's awkward, but they still have a man advantage. They're going to try and creep their way through Murder Hole, but they're very aware of that. And RCF, I bet Fastin is frustrated by that one. He thinks, oh, maybe I've got a timing, and he's still in spawn. Unlucky.
Yeah, and I like the way Case are playing it. They're not making any unnecessary moves. They've got the big advantage in the round, although Delboni with his Krieg will open Yeps's head up. Snow's in a good position, though. Unfortunately, nobody can take the bait away from him. It would have been really nice to have somebody in towards market. That's why maybe some support flashes coming in over the top. Snow's just biding his time, waiting for the last opportunity to pounce. And great snapshot to take down piriajr. He knows where Delboni is as well, and he'll remove him from the fray.
Brilliant stuff from Snow. I mentioned he played very well for Case on map 1. Just a few positioning errors is really the only thing I could really talk about. His aim in general looks superb, and he absolutely proves it again here. That first kill was the impressive one. The second one, just as clean. Up to 8 for Snow now. And the Krieg gets no more damage done. Now it's just a deco, at least with 4 of them. Fastin has bought Kevlar with his Glock, and such to say, okay, well, if one of you dies, I'll take the deagle off you, mate.
Yeah.
Or if he finds a gun, of course, from one of these 1-digs. Yes.
You gotta just kind of, you know, track him and trace him. Oh, you died. That's unfortunate. I'm just gonna pick up your gun. It's like vultures, man, just flying around, waiting for an opportunity.
Yeah,
Fastin shouldn't be any opportunities in this one.
He's actually coming back for it now. Look, top mid. There it is.
I mean, you know, he was like ramp and he was just looking at his minimap, waiting, not pushing or committing.
Yep.
Either way, not going to change much at all here in the round. This is going to be, what, a 5th consecutive round now for Case, right?
Yeah, nice little check by Urban over there as well. Just realised that he saw a leg in underpass, didn't get caught off by it. 4 players alive, money. Suddenly, you mentioned that little streak they've had. Suddenly, before they purchased their utility in this round, they had 3 players on quintuple digits. So they really built up a bank very quickly.
Alright, well, that's great for them. Making a mark on the CT side. How are you feeling about your prediction there, Trav?
wobbly.
Okay. Well, if I go 2-0, that would be quite something. Wouldn't let you forget about that one anytime soon.
Yeah. Listen, every dog has its day.
Yeah, it's true. You know, broken clock tells the right time twice a day. CQKS. Good position. Shuts down the aggression from Yeps. I mean, Yeps just shift walking there is really gambling that there's no one looking in that direction. Quite an easy opening kill given up by the CT side as a result.
Exactly. Oh, I like that little boost on the ledge there, just for a split second to look above that connector smoke. RCF is still trying to have a bit of a sightline toward that little jump up next to underpass, though. Adal will eat some damage, and adalYamigos under a lot of pressure on default. He'll miss his nade, but his incendiary will be pretty spot on the stairs. But more nades peppering him. Somehow survives on 4 HP. After eating, I think, 3 nades in that scenario. Farston has a freebie on Snow, and that makes it all more difficult for Urbano. They have to try and at least get one back here. Ricky only goes aggressive for it, though, and ZQKS makes that AWP sing. Sick quad kill.
Yeah, great work coming through from him. The one who opens up the round, he finishes off the job as well. Looking reliable with that AWP, and finally adalYamigos able to get a round back. As you mentioned at the top of that previous round, a mountain of cash had been mustered up by Case, as they don't have to break the piggy bank open just yet. 5-4. Game on. Piriajr's 4. I mean, had a great, what was it, second round? Can't remember, pistol round, but hasn't done a huge amount since then.
Yeah.
Will combine with delboNi to get the opening frag, though.
Yoli will be the man entasked with shoulder spotting ramp, but he's about to have a lot of problems coming his way. The resmoke, of course, is what he had ready and raring to use, and he will get it down. And he spams the smoke beautifully. He needs to at least take Farston with him, and somehow he found delboNi as well. How on earth has he got a second? That is a minor miracle. piriajr tries to go for a little bit of a shoulder peek to throw some utility, but in the end it wasn't really a shoulder. It was kind of all of his entire torso. And another free kill will be eaten up by RCF on the AWP. Yeps is trying to lock off ZQK as well. And you'll hear him running in TV. We'll step back for a second, and that means knife out. It's getting a bit awkward. Now then, quad kill in the previous round for ZQK. He does get that first, and he's going to continue to play the mind games. Would that drop down be heard by the mid player? Not sure.
I don't think so. 30 seconds on the clock here for ZQK. How does he go about his business? He doesn't have the luxury of shift walking throughout here. He's going to have to start to run, and I'm pretty sure I heard those footsteps from Urbano's perspective, but either way, he's actually found a bit of a gap in the defense, hasn't he, in towards the A bomb site right now. He's going to be able to get a bomb plant out of this. And then from there, actually a chance to make something happen. That's a very aggressive plant. He's so lucky the nade is out. And, oh, man. That was a brave plant.
It was a very brave plant. Little does he know there, obviously it's so common. He didn't have any utility. It's so common for just a CT to be hiding in CT in that scenario, just waiting for the tap of a plant. That's probably why he didn't want to play for that default plant.
True.
But yeah, very bold to plant opposite default either way. Whatever happens, he's in a tough situation. I guess as you said, they weren't expecting it for him to be planting so in the open, which is why the incendiary was drawn. They thought he would be planting properly in default. But not on this time when it comes back to bite him, sadly. RCF will pop his head up from jungle and finish it off. 6-4.
Okay, yeah, and this is a problem because T-side were leading 3-0 at the start of the map, so they've won one of the past 7 rounds. 2 rounds left in this first half, and if they lose this, there's no money. Could say the same for the CT side as well, I suppose. ZQK is going to have the smoke blown open for him, but he's the one who will fall prey. All the kills going the way of the CT side. Urbano reigning supreme. Multi-kill. Asserting his dominance in towards middle.
Riccioli has a freebie on Shiz as well. Money is 3,500 per player going into the final round of the half. That's Galil's. Maybe a Tech 9 for full utility or a Mac 10. There's 2. Oh, and maybe, I think maybe a timeout would be a good idea toward this particular situation, but we're going to go for one player having the AK for that instant headshot capability. That is on the right player in Farsin.
Yeah.
But of course, he ain't got a helmet himself, so he's susceptible to these 2 M4s. And last round of the half, in case we get an 8-4, that would be brilliant for them.
Yeah, especially considering they were down 0-3 at the start of the half. Great turnaround so far. Can they put the cherry on the cake is the question.
Ooh.
Looking pretty good considering they're able to find that opening frag, but Snow does go down straight afterwards. Oh man, piriajr just not looking like himself right now, Trav.
Yeah, that was super awkward. I think he saw the tip of his head, just wasn't clued in and sprayed it at the wrong time. It walked past too quickly for him to adjust. Never know. Waiting for a possible boost in window. But he could get caught out if he swings like that. Back into a 3v3. That's what that boost is designed for. A player thinking they're safe.
Yeah. Curiosity killed the Urbano. And off the back of that, T-side is going to group themselves up outside of apartments here. But Case, do you have a good read on that? They've got a player in apps itself, and then they've got a second player in towards market, although Riccioli's in 2 minds about where he wants to position himself right now. They've also got Palace. That's an open position. He's on the polar opposite side of the map as to where the execute is coming through right now, Trav.
Yeah, it's going to be a long-ass rotation. And a little bit of a split to come through short as well. 15 seconds is a big problem. If Yeps can just decline the time... Oh, that's worst possible timing as he tries to advance, though. Thankfully, dealing with Delboni is huge. Now 4 seconds for the plant. Farsin has to save his teammate, and he saves him beautifully. It's down to ZQK with the Galil. And he's definitely got a shot at this because he's repositioned nicely toward bench. There is utility, but it will go in toward the default and truck area. You'll hear both players running him down. 48 HP on Riccioli. First point of contact. There's one. And the second for ZQK. The veteran makes it happen. And it's a bit of a lifeline to get 5 on the half. Maybe keeps him in with a conversation. Quick break. And we'll see you after the other side. We're back. 7-5 to Case. Great performance from them, and genuinely a great rebuttal after losing a tough first map in overtime. Sometimes that can heartbreak you a bit, and you're never the same in the following map. In these back-to-back BO1s, they're showing well.
Good form so far. Can they finish off the job is the question. They set the pace now. They get to make the moves. Although, CT side also making moves right now. There's a flank coming through in towards Lowe's here from the B anchor, who's pushed all the way through Apps, and off the back of that, everyone from the CT side is rotated in towards A, so the CTs know exactly what's going on right now. However, Case have pivoted.
Do they know that Snow is on the go?
No.
In jungle? I think that's the right answer.
Question is, what can he even do from this position? Isn't he better off just trying to play the vents and play snipers rather than fiddling with the A bomb site at range with the USPs?
Yeah, agree. I think I was going to say I think he needs to rely on his teammates to do something on B before he pounces, but now the jig is up.
Good attention to detail from the CTs to leave the vent closed as well. I think that was a big problem for Snow. Heyo. We'll find 2 kills back. Oh, it didn't get range on piriajr. I mean, he's freaking happy right now, Snow. Finally, we'll get shown the door on the round. I mean, it was always supposed to be the CT side pistol round. It gets a bit shaky there, though.
It does. Nice attempt. But yeah, I mean, that's something, you know, funnily enough, me and my friends, when you play Face It, it's like, you can't avoid Mirage, usually. Usually you get at least a few Mirages in your lifetime. We've played a lot, and our strategy we did for a very long time, and nearly every single round, pistol and gun rounds, was never break the vent.
Okay.
Maybe one round you'd break it and go for a mid-pick with an AWP if you felt like it, but not breaking the vent just like cuts off so many other opportunities, and obviously, if it is then broken, you know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a huge piece of information that you're able to gather at that point. Your heart just sinks when you're the T player and you've been boosted up or you've lurked your way through jungle and then the vent is intact and your whole world just dies. Maybe an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Just a slight one.
RCF has a Zeus on T side. How's he going to make this work? Is he going to let it recharge 30 seconds each time and 1v5?
At that range, I just want to know what the thought process is there, because
that ain't working, blood.
With the Zeus, and then where does that work out for you? Because even if he gets the push, it's what, you're clearing connector with the Zeus and then trying to jump snipers maybe.
Maybe he's hoping someone's going to push in, I guess, but I think they
probably. Then he's going to stay around the corner. You can't swing out.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. That's the thought process, I would say. I guess, like, you look at it in that sort of situation, it's like, I mean, side note, I'll be delighted to get 2 kills, to be honest, against a full buy. But, yeah, I think probably in that situation, he's thinking, okay, they know we're on Glocks because we haven't got the bomb plant on the pistol. Let's see if someone pushes into me with an MP9 and just try and get a cheeky Zeus. But not to be. It's not like it holds them back at all on the full purchase in the next round, so no worries.
Now he's just got egg on his face, Trav. Ugh.
Yeah.
Either way,
not the good
new round. Oh, God. Let's see what's going to happen here in this all-important gun round. Scoreline leveled up right now, 7 apiece. adalYamigos have not had the lead for a while. It's going to be a direct approach coming through from Case as well. 4 players up ramp, 1 coming through from Palace. Not a huge amount of utility either. They're just going off the back of the flash. They're throwing the smokes on the fly right now, but they are getting cut down.
Wow. Those 4 kills were instant. And RCF is left tapping for his life with grenades piling his way. Nice shot on Delboni. Don't forget his ZQK is low. Sounds like Molotov is thrown. Are you expecting maybe a double peek? Maybe. Oh, that's a little bit scary for Shiz to peek solo there. And I say double peek. Can ZQK really afford to do that with his teammate? They're kind of gifting fights right now. This is very, very poor at the moment. They shouldn't be giving RCF all these opportunities. piriajr, of course, is the easy, and there it is, insurance policy. But I don't think it was needed to throw away 2 lives there.
Yeah, I mean, they'd done the job in the beginning, right? Those 3-4 quick kills that come through to shut down the aggressive execute. They've now got the lead, but like you say, costs them more than what it should have. At least now they're going to play against an Ecos. There's an opportunity to remedy that. Keep some players alive. adalYamigos, noses in front. They won the first best of 3 earlier. Remember, the format here is back-to-back best of... the previous best of 1, should I say. Back-to-back best of 1s between two teams here in ECL Season 47, South America.
Indeed, and one of the first ever South American seasons we've had, of course. Branching out in a very long time. There's only really Asia Pacific, EU, and NA.
Makes sense, right?
But South
Natural
America are owning right now, so...
Yeah, fully deserved. And it's going to be a big fake in towards the B bomb site coming through from the C side as well. A whole lot of utilities been thrown in. Riccioli's going to give up his life, but adalYamigos have not taken the bait. Jungle player firmly fixed in play. CT player there as well. And they are feeling really good about themselves, Trav, because they're smug right now. They're like, yeah, that didn't work. Your fake did nothing. We killed the bomb carrier A, and now your round is over.
Bop and bop. But not the bop I thought it would be. Unfortunately, Yeps can't pull his gun out in time to deal with Shuz, but 3 players alive again. Of course, they're keeping the majority alive. Continues to help that money. It's a little bit close either side, but adalYamigos are now starting to look like the better team again. Took them a while, but Case are yet to win a round on T side.
Yeah, that's a concern because we saw them fall pretty flat in the second half on Vertigo until adalYamigos got themselves match points. Gonna want to get things going a lot sooner here on Mirage so that they're not playing with nearly as much pressure on top of them. They've got everything they could hope for coming into this round here. All the utility, they've got the Yorp rifles across the board. Player already been able to get some control towards the top of middle. Just a passive default from the T side, casting the net across the map and seeing what they can find.
And once again, it's Farsin leading the way for adalYamigos as we get into the meat and potatoes of the
yummy.
CT size. I had jacket potatoes for dinner tonight. It was very nice.
I'm jealous.
Working their way through underpass. Smoke for the top of connector. There's some advance, but of course this boost on short bricks should be very nice, and it will be. Albonely calmly taps away. Urbano may get a quick frag onto Shuz, but ZQKS answers back immediately, and that's when Fastin pounces once again. 4 versus 2. ZQK locked in the firebox portion, and that is an easy place to pre-fire. I thought he might be in a bit of trouble there. RCF deals with him, but Fastin has this nice off angle that could do some more work, but needs to be careful. That AWP will be peeking again in a second. One will go down, but the problem is they're stuck together and will finally try and split to not be falling over each other in this afterplant. RCF will check CT. But he won't be get any luck there. It's going to be down to RCF and Yeps. And unfortunately, RCF did get taken down pretty quickly. And then the flank comes through nicely. Del Boney with a nod of the head says, yes, we're on double digits first.
That's what's happening there, Trav. I couldn't agree more. Yes, double digits coming through for the CT side. And that's a really important round they win as well. I mean, solid retake. They were relying heavily on piriajr's flank as well. He activates at the perfect time. I mean, nice effort coming through from Case there, considering that everything was stacked against them. But unfortunately, efforts in vain. Bomb plant along with the round loss bonus enough to get it by in this next round, but Mirage is slipping through their fingers, Trav.
It is. And it would mean they would keep their unbeaten record in ECL this season intact as well. If I'm not mistaken, that might actually put them to the very, very near the top of the entire league. Pretty sure it's 3 points for every BO1 win in these back-to-back BO1s, and currently they're tied on 21 with Fluxo, Imperial and Sharks, but they've all lost at least 1 map this season. Bestie are the only other unbeaten team at the moment. Odic yet to play.
Okay, well, all key pieces of information.
So yeah, they could top the league after this win, if they make it happen.
Wow. and it's looking increasingly likely. Gonna have to deal with a massive execute in towards the B bomb site. Piri is the one who's aggressing forward into Snow. He will go, and Snow says no. Piri low into the underworld, and well, they're gonna continue to commit to the initial plan here. Only one more line of defense to deal with on that B bomb site, and that's Shiz.
There's one thing to keep you awake at 1 AM, it's rhyming. Respect.
Yeah. Well, 3 AM now, Trav.
Oh, true for you, yeah. It's 1 for me, it's worse for you. Shiz peeking toward top mid. Going to try and recover the advantage, and that was a very fast flick up to hit a dink. That was ridiculous. And that's some significant damage to Riccioli. And of course now adalBoni. He's playing the best spot in the world because I play there myself. Free kills happen so often from that angle. And once again he gets a double spray down. Shiz finishes off the last. Beautifully done. And when you've got multiple players on that B defense, just having a player in jail like that, just is absolute freebies.
You know what's so brutal is that Case got the opening kill there on the aggressing player, right? So that's really rough that they aren't able to do much. They don't get any other kills outside of that opening frag.
Yeah.
And they're thinking, okay, we've killed the guy who's aggressing apps, but we haven't shown any further presence B thereafter. Surely the CTs are expecting us to go to the opposite side of the map, but no. The adalYamigos have been rotating players in towards B. They were ahead of the game, and the extra player made the difference, right? It was adalBoni who was the extra player that got there, and he did a great job from jail, Trav. Or should we call that position Trav?
The thing is, low-key, when my friends used to play in like 10-mans and stuff, they would genuinely call it Travis Spot. So that's why I've played it. Anyway, it is jail. That is the correct call out. And we will be executing onto A very quickly. And they need to blow open that smoke to try and catch players crossing on toward default. And that Glock actually is going to advance a lot faster than Farston is going to realise. And a quick nab of the AK by RCF. Unfortunately, no Kevlar, of course. Bomb will go down, though, and just goes down before Shiz connects that one bullet. RCF will find one more. He's still doing more work. It's Snow with the Tech 9 as well. And now, of course, I know exactly where RCF is. Charge through the smoke might be the order of the day. He'll manage to make it onto stairs. And playing that headshot angle might work for him. There's one. There's no kit in play. Piriajr's holding it. He's not holding it anymore. He's off of it. And RCF is doing a sterling job of staying alive. But there's a kit on the floor. And he finds it just about. That was wild. But it puts them onto an easy, I say, map point.
I mean, adalYamigos almost blundered that because they've got the wrong player sticking the defuse. If they had it in the inverse between the two players left alive, they win that round immediately, right? But Piriajr starts to panic. Although, speaking about panic, RCF, he was in full panic mode there. And I kind of felt like, I thought he was going to clock that there was no one sticking the defuse, and maybe he would seek refuge in the smoke, but unfortunately not the case. Piriajr is able to get the kill. 12-7. This scoreline looks familiar.
It does. Vertigo, it was 12-7. And Case pulled off 5 rounds in a row to take it to OT. But I think on this occasion, it deserves to be said there's a bit of a difference between the two here. And the difference is that Case have not won a singular T round. 7-5 to 7-12.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. That stings 7 in a row coming through for adalYamigos, and they need one more, Trav. One more of the next 5. Job done. Is it going to be this one right here, right now? Locking down the defense towards the A-bomb side. Players streaming in for Case, running into the brick wall. Are they an immovable object? No, they're getting moved straight out of the server, and the job's done. adalYamigos, 13-7. No blunders this time round, and they win the second best of 1.
Yeah, that's both BO1s for adalYamigos going in their favour. The experience of ZQKS once again paying off alongside adalBoni, Shiz, Farston and Piriajr. And even though Piriajr had a slow day, and we called his name before we even got started in these two maps, even though he had a slow day, a slow match day, he had some important moments. It was Farston who was